Tunes 91, now sponsored by Juul.
Ugh. I swallowed some of the juice.
That's disgusting.
That is disgusting. Hi everybody, welcome back to Tunes Reviews. It's been a minute since I've been able to review anything. I've been very busy, full-time student, making movies, working full-time. It's crazy out here. It's crazy living out here. But really though, I'm here to talk about Slumberhouse Baque. Now, Slumberhouse is truthfully one of my favorite houses that has popped up on the niche market in recent years. I personally absolutely freaking adore Ore. That's a very, very, very nice fragrance from the house, probably my favorite, and Kisti comes in at a close second. Obviously everybody jumped on the Kisti bandwagon a couple of years ago when it was released, and for good reason. That stuff is absolutely fantastic. Now with Baque, it's Baque. Guess who's back? Back again. Slumberhouse Baque is back again, actually, because it was a 2012 release and it was in limited quantities when it was first released, but now it is back as a staple in the collection, I believe. So that's exciting. If you love the smokier, tobacco, amber-based fragrances, then you're going to definitely want to check this one out. You can get this friendly little bottle here. It's a cute little thing for $160 American, and it comes with this little velvet pouch. All Slumberhouse fragrances come with this. They do not come with a box. So that being said, what do I think about Baque? So the notes that are listed for Baque are apricot, cedar, straw, vanilla. We got some parchment, ambergris. To me personally, this fragrance is totally 110% about tobacco. It has smoky elements that kind of create this tar vibe to it to me. And upon initial spray, it just reminds me of like this rugged, smoky, leathery, fresh paved road mixed with really smoky tobacco. And it's very, very heavy, very syrupy, very sweet. And it dies down probably about 30 minutes to about an hour on my skin, and becomes a little bit closer to the skin. Now, let me just go ahead and interject real quick. What I mean by that is the fragrance starts out really in your face, just loud and proud, here to stay, but it cuts back and becomes a little bit more of a I can smell you from one person away instead of 15. So take that however you would like to take it. I personally would spray it on about an hour before I went anywhere if you're going to be in an enclosed area, because it could come off as offensive. I do think that upon initial spray, it is very much a daring scent, just because of the elements that, you know, remind me of the smoky tar and whatever else, you know, that's going on in the fragrance. When it dies down though, this fragrance becomes a little underwhelming to me, I'm not gonna lie to you. Kisti is an absolute masterpiece. Okay, Kisti is the tobacco scent that they came out with a couple years ago, which apparently came out after the fact that this was initially created. So I suppose what you could say is Kisti is the perfected version of Baque, and that's how I view it. Kisti is a better version of Baque, or vice versa. All the reasons why I love Kisti is exactly the reason why I'm underwhelmed by this. It comes off as a little too linear, and there's this element to it that kind of comes off as a little too oily on my skin. So I don't know if you've ever encountered essential oils before, but if you put essential oils on your skin, a lot of the time some of them can kind of come off as kind of candle waxy, and that's kind of what I get out of this a little bit from time to time. But all in all, the scent is pretty pleasing. Like if they didn't create Kisti before or after, I guess, in this particular case, if there was no Kisti, then I would say that this is really good. But the fact of the matter is, it seems redundant one way or the other, because there are so many elements that really remind me of each other. And again, I just feel like Kisti's a better product altogether. Now, this fragrance to me comes off, it's listed as unisex, but to me it comes off pretty masculine. I don't usually say that on my channel because, you know, wear whatever the hell you like and stick to your guns when it comes to that. Obviously only you, the consumer, know what you feel comfortable with wearing a fragrance. So one way or the other, it doesn't really matter what my opinion is on that, but it does come off very masculine to me. It's very much a rugged, biker gang type scent is kind of how I view it. Somebody who's riding a Harley Davidson, wearing a leather cut and smoking a lot of cigars, this is what that person would be wearing, in my opinion. It very much reminds me of somebody like that driving around in the summer heat on hot pavement, you know, in scorching hot weather, basically is what it comes down to. It's very dusty fragrance too, and I think that element comes from the hay note. So all in all, Baque is one of those fragrances that I feel like is either to be worn when you're super dressed up, like tuxedo type stuff, or a really nice clean cut suit, or a beautiful flowing dress, cocktail dress, whatever it is you want to call it, or super dressed down. It's really odd like that to me. I don't really feel like there's an in-between. This isn't like something you'd wear to a college class or whatever. I feel like this is 100% you're going for it. You're trying to make an impression with the luxury look, the classy look. Or you're wearing your leather jacket, about to go hop on a motorcycle, or go to hang out at some kind of smoker's lounge kind of ordeal. I don't really feel like there's an in-between with it. And with that being said, I also feel like this is a way more mature scent. This is not something for the 18-year-olds. Again, generalization there. But, you know, when it comes down to it, if you love tobacco, you love heavy scents, go for it. But to me, just the image I get is somebody that's like 25, 30 and up, leather jacket or suit. Perfect for those occasions. Projection and longevity are incredible with this. Projection, like I said, you know, it goes from, you know, 5 people away to 1 person away. You're going to smell it for about 10 hours. I get 10 to 15 hours depending on if I get it on my clothes too. And again, the setting would be basically making some kind of impression, or you're just kind of hanging out and not giving a shit about what it is you smell like because you're comfortable in your own skin. This did not garner a lot of compliments. I will tell you that much right now. I feel like this is very much what niche is about. Niche is a lot of the time fragrances that aren't necessarily crowd pleasing. There are a plethora of niche fragrances that are crowd pleasing, and plenty that I love and adore and have in my daily rotation. But this is one of those cases where I feel like it's something that could be less than desirable to a lot of the population out there. This is exactly what the niche market is for, is a fragrance like this. It's very much for somebody that wants that syrupy, sweet, out there, you know, bombastic tobacco scent. That's this to a T, 100%. Now, if we're going to talk about like whether or not I feel like the fragrance is worth the do-re-mi, I feel like yes and no. Yes, because if you love this more than Kisti, then go for it. That's your prerogative. But for me, as a consumer in my own personal life, I feel like Kisti is just the winner, and this one's a little bit redundant, and I was, again, a little underwhelmed by it. All in all, though, just judging the fragrance on its own and not the house, because again, house I adore. I love most of the creations that come out of this house. But just judging the fragrance on its own, because of its performance and because of the niche quality that it does obtain, I do feel like it deserves at least an 8 out of 10. I just don't find it necessarily wearable for a lot of people, so take that into consideration. And if you want to check this fragrance out, you can get samples from Lucky Scent. So yeah, check it out, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.